it's just going to punish drivers and continue to fill the coffers of the D.C. government.
Tonight on DC News Now at 10, speeding past traffic cameras in the district could cost you and rack up driving points. That's if DC Council gets its way. We're live with the latest idea to curb dangerous driving.
Plus, fake active shooter threats forcing Virginia schools on lockdown. We are live with what could come next for the person or people responsible.
Also, DC Council members voting on emergency legislation to address the migrant crisis. It means a new office for migrant services. We'll show you what this means for the hundreds being bused to the district.
And it was a beautiful day across the region with high pressure taking over, a ton of sunshine, and we have now stray showers in the forecast. Look at that coming up.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 10 on DCW 50. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Tasmeen Muffes. We start tonight with breaking news at the Washington Monument. The landmark vandalized with red paint. Police do have a man in custody. So this happened tonight after dark. Now, we had to blur out the vandalism because it contains foul language, but it basically says the government doesn't care about your problems. Now, we talked to a monument visitor who says she understands the emotion behind the graphic message. Take a listen.
It's a very powerful statement. A lot of people are very angry at our country right now. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I go to Georgetown University. I just came back from giving blood, and we should be critical of this country.
We will, of course, stay on top of this breaking story for you and bring you the latest developments as they come into our newsroom.
And new tonight, leaders in Washington, D.C. taking action to address road safety concerns. Take a look at the numbers here. So far this year, 24 people have died in traffic-related accidents. That includes 13 pedestrians and 3 cyclists.
Yeah, and tonight, D.C. Council driving ahead with plans to ban right turns on red in most parts of the city. The bill is called the Safer Streets Amendment Act. It also calls for an Idaho stop that would allow cyclists and scooters to treat stop signs as yield signs. Some council members were on the fence about the proposal, but in the end, it passed the first vote.
Now, my concern is that we are going to be the second jurisdiction in the country that prohibits right turn on red. And that may be okay, except I have never seen an analysis of all of the accidents that have occurred in the city.
We lost 40 lives last year, including a 4-year-old child and a 90-year-old adult. That's not the direction we need to be moving, which means we have to take a new look at what our laws look like.
All right, so the bill needs a second vote and a signature from the mayor before it can be approved. But if it does pass, it would not be implemented until 2025. Meanwhile, traffic cameras in the district catch you speeding, you may soon get more than a fine. And we're talking about points on your license.
Yeah, it's all part of a new push by some city council members to stop dangerous driving. Our Mariel Carbone joins us live in studio tonight.
Yeah, and Mariel, the reviews on this are pretty mixed.
Yeah, they are. You know, I talked to a lot of people who live near some of those cameras, and they say you can see them flashing all day and night. So they say speeding, it is an issue, but the fines haven't helped. So many don't think that points will help either. Drive around Washington, D.C., and it's likely you'll drive by one of these. An automated traffic enforcement camera. They'll catch you speeding, running a red light, or blowing through a stop sign, and you'll be ticketed.
I've gotten speeding tickets, yes, and I didn't do it again after it.
Michelle Chase lives near this camera on Arizona Avenue.
It's bad. It's a lot of speeding. I witnessed like a biker get hit.
So she says upping the punishment for speeders could make a difference.
I think it's going to make a difference for the next time you speed. Probably not so much the first time, but then the second time it'll make you pay attention.
Monday, Councilmember Christina Henderson introduced this bill. If passed, it would add 1 point to your license for any moving violation caught by an AT camera, and 2 points if it's in a school zone. For DC drivers, get 10 to 11 points and your license will be suspended. 12 or more, it'll be revoked. In a statement to DC News Now, Henderson says it has been shown that we cannot rely on fines themselves. We cannot wait years for streetscaping to change while children and residents are injured, nearly hit or killed due to dangerous driving. But not everyone believes this will work.
It just seems punitive.
Like district resident John Walk.
Doesn't seem like it's going to really change behavior, and it's just going to continue to fill the coffers of the DC government.
Violations caught on camera can hit the wallet hard. For speeding, it's anywhere from $30 to $200. Compare that to a flat rate of $40 in Montgomery County with no points, or $50 in Arlington.
It seems like a lot of times the district is putting in cameras for revenue purposes rather than safety.
And there have been concerns that the cameras are predatory and target low-income neighborhoods unproportionately. I asked Henderson about that, and she says the cameras are placed using crash data and traffic science, and that this targets dangerous drivers all over the city.
Now, Marielle, we know already it's hard to enforce these fines and points on drivers who live outside the district. Why does Councilmember Henderson think out-of-state drivers would comply?
Well, in this proposal, the DMV will send biannual reports to insurance companies of any driver who gets 5 or more moving violations. That's a tactic to force people to comply. It'll also allow the district to tow or boot the car of any person with 2 outstanding tickets. Reporting live in the studio tonight, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Marielle, thank you. All right, the weather, well, perfect today. And we'll feel the last gasp of summer this week.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb is here. Janessa, it's going to get pretty warm.
Yeah, it's been a good run, right? We went 93 days of summer. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'll give you one more day before we start to transition. And we are watching just a small pattern that is happening and picking up across the Ohio Valley right now. Our friends in Detroit, across the Great Lakes into Lake Erie. This is that storm system that I'm watching, because as it starts to push on shore across northern Ohio, I think it continues to make its way together, and it will cause a few spot showers for our region later on for your Wednesday. So the bulk of the day, we're going to stay on the dry side. Dew points, though, they are noticeably a different tropical feel that's currently in place. That will continue to rev up for your midweek as well, back in the mid-60s. So you're going to be sweating for the last day of summer, and that's across all of the region. That will quickly change as we watch this front make its way through. So as you're stepping out the door tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., we're going to be sitting under clear skies. I do think across southern Maryland, a few clouds that will be lingering throughout your morning, but temperature is going to hover in the lower 70s. So it looks like a pretty great finish, but we are going to see a few stray showers that we're going to watch across some sections of southern Maryland tomorrow afternoon. And then we have a big drop in our daytime highs and overnight lows. We'll look at that forecast coming up.
And a critical vote on the migrant crisis tonight. D.C. council members approved plans to establish an Office of Migrant Services.
Yeah, this comes days after Texas Governor Greg Abbott unexpectedly dropped off 2 busloads of migrants near the vice president's home in D.C. Our Katie Ree has the latest.
Good evening, Chris and Sesame. Now, what this actually means is it will directly allow the district to provide more services to migrants that are bused here. Now, shortly after 5, the council voted unanimously to approve that legislation. Now, there's actually 2 pieces of legislation heading to Mayor Bowser's desk. Now, one's an emergency act and one is a temporary legislation, and they'll both immediately help migrants who are arriving here in the district. Now, over the last few weeks, we've shown you bus loads of migrants arriving in the district. Now, the temporary legislation, which was approved this evening, will expire after 225 days, which is much longer than the 90-day Emergency Act. Now, with the creation of the Office of Migrant Services and the passing vote, it paves the way for more permanent legislation. The office will provide basic needs like temporary housing, food assistance, and even transportation to various immigration offices to help these migrants on their journey to stay in the U.S. legally. And this would all be a joint effort between D.C. government and community organizations who've been working since the first buses of migrants arrived here in April.
It gives the mayor the opportunity to really build it out and determine what needs there are. We're setting up an office to do that, which will have specialized services for them, caseworkers who understand the immigration process, supports transportation to appointments so that they can be following their path to legal immigration here in our country.
Now, there will be another hearing held on October 20th. That's to get public input and potentially work towards a more permanent legislation. But for now, outside of D.C. Council, Katie Ree, D.C. News Now.
And new developments tonight in the fallout from that big brawl during a football game at Gaithersburg High School. So this is cell phone video that we showed you last Friday night. And according to sources, following the fight, a citizen's complaint was filed in Montgomery County District Court. According to Maryland Case Search, William Grant filed the assault complaint against Northwest coach Travis Hawkins on Monday. Now, Grant is the athletic director for Gaithersburg High, and to be clear, no arrests were made, but a summons was issued. A preliminary review is set for November.
Meanwhile, in Virginia, schools across the Commonwealth went on lockdown this week as several fake active shooter threats were called in. Police and sheriff's departments responded to each one of them, and although no one was hurt, police said it was a stressful day. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Max Marcilla has been tracking where the threats were made and what could come next to the person or people responsible. Max, good evening.
Well, so far there's been no charges or arrests in any of these calls, all of them hoax calls. Police haven't said if it's one person or a group of people. What we do know, again, no one was injured, and that Virginia law says that, well, people who were involved, they could face some punishment. This is the view from inside a Culpeper County classroom after a 911 caller said they were a student and dozens of people on campus had been shot by a machine gun. And while the barricades and response from the first responders may have been traumatizing for students, none of them were hurt. It was a hoax, and just one of many this week. 2 schools in Loudoun County plus 1 each in Arlington, Spotsylvania, and Fauquier counties are just some of the dozens across the Commonwealth hit by swatting this week. Investigators are now working to figure out the people responsible. There's been no indication if it was one person or a group of people or separate incidents, but if they're caught, they're in legal trouble. This section of the Virginia State Code says if anyone gives a false report to law enforcement with the intent to mislead the agency or with the intent to interfere in their operations, they could face a Class 1 misdemeanor. That's the most severe penalty short of a felony. The possibility of a year in jail, a fine of up to $2,500, or both. And in a separate incident, there's actually an investigation going on here at Smarts Mills Middle School in Leesburg because police say there was a group chat with students involved where there was some sort of threat. Now, in this incident, no one was arrested, no one was charged. Police are still investigating, but Leesburg police say that on school grounds here for the remainder of the week, there will be an increase in the number of officers on patrol. Reporting live from Loudoun County, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
Max, thank you. Well, justice tonight for the victims of a triple stabbing that killed 1 woman in Montgomery County. Coming up, more on the man behind the crime and the disturbing details emerging from court where the killer was sentenced.
Plus, as help pours into Puerto Rico from across the DMV, we are live with a special look at how one restaurant with a close connection is raising money to help the island in the aftermath of Hurricane Fiona.
And not one tropical storm that we are watching. We have potentially 2 that are about to form across the Atlantic, keeping our weather team pretty busy. But actually, for your last day of fall, we are seeing highs back near 90s. We'll look at that forecast coming up.